Ladies and gentlemen, at long last, we are back. And we're back with something fucking good. We're back with something really good. Recently, we went to the cinemas and watched Project Hail Mary, the new Interstellar, they're calling it. And to be honest, when people tell me something is a new something, I get scared. I get the fear. And especially a title as big and as acclaimed as Interstellar. You have to go in with, an open mind, open eyes, and you have to be ready to judge the shit out of it. And I have to say, folks, this movie does in fact live up to the hype. Let's break it down today. Michal, what are we thinking? Does it live up to the hype? Give them a one-word review.
Surpasses the hype. 3 words.
Surpasses the hype.
I think when you come into this movie, obviously the hype is big, but I think with the landscape of media nowadays, when you hear all this hype about a movie, you're coming in already skeptical. You know what I mean? How many duds have we seen? How many hyped up nonsense? So you're coming in and you're like, all right, let's see how this goes. Ryan Gosling, you kind of think because his name is Ryan and he kind of looks like Ryan Reynolds, it'll be a fine movie. You know?
You're the only one who thinks this, bro. You are the only person who thinks this. I don't even think chat would agree with you, and chat agrees with everyone, bro. They do not look the same.
Not only do they look the same, they kind of exhibit the same quirky white guy persona, you know?
Yeah, no, that I could agree with. That I can agree with. They both play the stereotypical white guy.
Yeah. Like if you think of like a Red Notice, off the top of your head, Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Gosling, like they're interchangeable almost in the movie. Do you know what I mean? My point is that Ryan Gosling is a good actor, but he's had some, like every actor, he's had questionable, movies that he's been part of. But my God, was he a stand out actor in the movie? Straight up, you're coming into this movie, and I think what's done so well about it is the hype doesn't spoil anything in the movie. Because you hear, oh, this movie's amazing, oh, this and this and that. But you don't know why it's amazing. And no one tells you because they know not to tell you.
Honestly, this will be a cult classic.
I think it's more than I think it could have been a cult classic if it underperformed, but it did it did well at the box office.
It did well, but it's not doing amazingly.
No, it's not doing amazingly, but these movies will never do amazingly.
It's very difficult to sell a space movie nowadays. Very difficult to sell them.
The budget is $200 million. The box office is $330. So there wasn't that much marketing. So I'm sure it's a profit. But I think what this movie represents is very important. We talked about it when Dune came out. We talked about it when Oppenheimer came out. And we talked maybe a bit about it in White Supreme. But I think Project Hail Mary, it represents it. This movie is almost in and of itself a Project Hail Mary, where you're dropping this movie on a book that came out 5 years ago, and you're just hoping, praying that it's gonna do well, because we've seen Dune kind of revitalize science fiction and show that these movies in space can be good. It's been a long time since Interstellar and The Martian and Gravity all came out. You know what I mean? It's been a while since we've been feasting, because we've been famining right now.
Sure, there was it's kind of funny when you think about it, but there was a space age in movies for a while, where a lot of movies were being based in or around space, or you'd have characters quite literally going to space. How many movies have we seen, between, let's just say, 2007 to 2016, which had some sort of space team?
Interstellar, Gravity, and The Martian are literally 1 year after another.
Think of they had Fast and Furious in space. Yeah. You think about Avengers. You think about anything like Guardians of the Galaxy. You think about all these. They're all space teamed. They're all space team movies, and they were massive for a while. They were really big, and they used to sell. Problem is when there's too many, comparisons get too much, and then you're just movies are falling between the cracks. Yeah. You could say a lot for biopics now as well. We're kind of in this biopic age.
But I think we're in this era where I'd say we're slowly teetering out of it, but 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it's movies are dead. What's the point in going to the cinema? Like, Netflix and Amazon hasn't been sorted. There's no point in doing it. I'm gonna sit at home. Movies are dead. We've never recovered. From like 2017, 2016, from the MCU dominance. But movies like this, and yes, it's an adaptation of a book, but that's fine. How many iconic movies are adaptations of books? It's really paints a hopeful picture. Maybe not hopeful, but it's a glimmer of what's there to come in the future of Hollywood. Because when you have movies like this that come out, and it wasn't an insane marketing budget, by the way. This wasn't on like every single bus. It was there, of course. This wasn't, it was marketed at least. I think it was marketed the right amount. But it's the word of mouth which what got the box office higher. Because if you see, like in the first couple of weeks, it was doing like fine,
Yep.
But word of mouth carried it like clear of its budget, and it's very powerful. If you think of the Barbenheimer effect, that was purely word of mouth, and obviously both movies being iconic. And so when you see something like this happen, it beating crappy movies like Wuthering Heights and Scream 7 and all that. It really paints a good picture,
See, it's nice to see a creative movie being dropped as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's very fucking like we can say it's very easy to put out a smutty Wuthering Heights movie, which doesn't even follow any adaptation of the book.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting a classic name and you're just throwing a lot of sex scenes in.
Mm-hmm.
That's not creative. Scream 7 is not creative. You're just getting a beloved franchise of horror enthusiasts and just slapping like you're just slapping a cherry on shit,
Mm-hmm.
and people will eat. That's not creative. Project Hail Mary, thankfully, is creative. It's an incredibly creative movie. It's made fantastically. Fantastically, I have to say.
Yeah,
Even like some of the like set pieces in it are just so well done.
Mm-hmm. It is a beautiful movie. Like visually, it is stunning.
It's stunning. And like I thought everything about it was just so unique. And it was like a breath of fresh air.
Oh, 100%.
Like you see the likes of Marty Supreme and you're making comparisons to Uncut Gems. You see the likes of fucking Dune, you're making comparisons to like
Star Wars.
I don't know, like I got like Lawrence of Arabia vibes.
Well, yeah, but
I
that's
was
the
getting-
natural themes of Dune.
Yeah, no, natural teams, yeah, of course. But like with Project Hail Mary, like the more I think about this movie, the less I can compare it to anything else I've ever seen.
Yeah, it really
It's crazy to
is.
say, but
It really is. Like, for me, what I like about the space movies is that they're all naturally influenced by each other. Because how else, can it be done? And it is just like conglomeration of everything. All of our ideas of like space. I mean, the sensible ones. Like Dune, obviously, so abstract that it's crazy. But all the sensible ideas kind of come together in this movie, and it is really, really good. I think it's time to get into the actual movie and what makes it so good. Because for me, as I mentioned, is lack of spoilers. This movie starts, and I was literally like, I thought we missed a scene, because it's just bang, Ryan Gosling wakes up. And you're like, and he has no clue who he is or why he's here. He just knows that he knows things. And I was thinking, like, have I missed something? Like, is something going on? Like, I was genuinely, I don't even want to say confused, but I was, like, intrigued, like, purely straight off the bat. And the movie doesn't, like, over-explain things. It naturally, lets you understand who Grace is, how he got there. Like, you see him figure out who he is in the slow introduction to flashbacks. And I think the movie, it dances a very, very fine line between, being funny and goofy and being, like, wacky and unbearable. Which is that it is genuinely a funny movie and a feel-good movie. But it could have been so much worse if it wasn't played correctly.
like they could have went full goofball on this, but they didn't. I thought they did a fantastic job. I thought they were able to move their way around it perfectly. They follow that strict grey line, which is nice, This could have been like that, a Ryan Gosling fucking goofball film.
Yeah.
It could have been a kids movie.
The movie that he had with Russell Crowe, what's it called? Not The Nice Guys.
Oh God,
It wasn't goofy like that.
The Nice Guys.
It's
Is that
they're
Ryan
like
Gosling? Was it?
yeah, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah,
It's not a bad movie by any sense, but it's not, you know, it's not this
yeah.
movie.
Like it could have been a Fall Guy, and I thought Fall Guy was good,
Mm-hmm.
but like Fall Guy was also very goofy. Like it was a very goofy action movie. This movie could have been the exact same. And like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of humor in this movie too, but it's a lot of clever humor.
Yeah.
I like that. It's like a breath of fresh air humor. Like I've said, this movie truly is a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Like I think the relationship between Grace and Rocky as well is something which needs to be
Yeah, I
discussed.
think
It's
'cause
fantastic.
what the movie does well is you don't really know what type of movie it is up until that point, because like it's funny, but you got serious moments. You got these flashbacks, but then you come back to the present. And I was thinking, going, what is like the core part of the movie? I still wasn't sure. And then when he goes to the tunnel and he starts interacting with Rocky, you go, oh, this is what the movie is about. Him interacting with this extraterrestrial creature. But it's such a heartwarming relationship that, I mean, it's some of the best, like, one-to-one relationships I've ever seen in cinema.
And it's crazy because like I didn't know how they were gonna play it, to be honest. This is a movie, folks, where you can't go in and like predict the plot. You can't. Like there's no fucking way. There's no chance. And if you do predict the plot, I don't believe you.
No, no,
Because
no way.
it sent me on a roller coaster. It was ups and downs constantly. I didn't know how they're gonna do anything. Like you're watching it and you can't predict the next scene because you just don't know where it's gonna go. And like that with Rocky, like I was thinking of all the different possibilities in my head, like Rocky might not be there, it might be a figment of his imagination. There might be oxygen, like he might be suffering from oxygen deprivation, he might be suffering from starvation, could be anything.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't, he was real.
Yeah.
Then I was like, right, so how are they gonna play this? Is it gonna be like a case where he meets him briefly for a second and then they fuck off and they never see each other again? Or what's the story here? And then you realize, no, Rocky's a main character.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have everything else with the plot thus after. And you're thinking, oh, something's going to go wrong here, or somebody's going to die, or something's going to happen. And the movie just leaves you in like this perfectly wholesome state where, sure, nothing will be the same. But that doesn't mean it's bad either.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. This movie truly is fantastic. And I don't even want to get into too much spoilers because I do genuinely petition for anyone who hasn't seen this to go watch it now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
1000%. Like it would be criminal to listen to us explain this movie and to get into spoilers and you haven't watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Get it on the dodgy box. Wait until it comes out on Netflix
I mean, go to the
or
cinemas.
Paramount.
It's still there. Go to the
It's still
cinemas.
there. It's still there. Go to the cinemas. I'm saying for the people like this could be 5 years down the line. They stumble on
Go
this
to the
video.
cinemas.
It probably will be
It will.
re-released.
It will be re-released. There's gonna be like in the next 10 years. There's gonna be like Space Week, and it'll have Gravity, Martian, Interstellar, Project Hail Mary. 2001: A Space Odyssey. Bang.
Fly me to the moon. Hell yeah.
Aliens. Prometheus.
Fantastic Four.
Oh jeez.
God, what are like cruddy space movies is there?
And see, those are the best ones, and Project Hail Mary deserves to stand among them. And I think it's a very emotional movie as well. Like I mentioned, it's lighthearted, and I'm not going to say what scenes lead it to these emotional climaxes, but you wouldn't think that this Puppet Rock, the interaction between Puppet Rock and Ryan Gosling of all people, would stir these emotions in you, but it does. And this is probably the hardest I've cried in a movie in a long, long time. At various moments as well, not just like one big emotional moment. There are multiple of them.
No. No, it really is a heart-wrenching movie. It is. Like, and it talks a lot of, like, like, for a space movie, which has an alien as the protagonist, as the secondary
Mm-hmm.
main character, it's an unfathomably human movie.
Mm-hmm.
This is about, like, the human experience, it's about human hardship. It's about persevering when you don't think you can. It is, as the movie tells us time and time again, it's about being brave
Yeah.
and what being brave actually means, and to be proud to be human, and to be proud to be different, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And like, even those who are like worlds apart can fight each other and connect with each other and speak to each other and learn more, you know? It's crazy. Like, it is human. That's what
Mm-hmm.
it means to be human, you know?
Yeah, and I love the take on bravery of like, being brave isn't like being not afraid. It's doing the right thing at the right time, and it's not even like you need to be super like, oh, I gotta do this, but doing it in it of itself is that's
Is
brave.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it like the movie really does have a fantastic premise. And it really like I think it's fantastically written. It's fantastically made.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of smart moments in this movie where you think of it and you're like, fuck, that really is smart, you know?
No, one
Like,
hundred
I
percent.
think this isn't really like a spoiler. Well, it is sort of a spoiler, but it's not really.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I'll explain it in like crude terms so you understand how smart this movie is at home. You know, like all the people at home
Mm-hmm.
watching this. Basically, it's coming to the end of the movie. Ryan Gosling is flying back to Earth, and he realizes that there's a leak on the ship, and he's thinking, "Fuck, what do I do?" So he decides the best thing to do is to airtightly wrap it in like what do you call it, like sandwich wrap.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, okay, that's kind of smart. And he's like, just the way he describes it, it's like, well, we know for a fact that this eats off the autophage, which is what Rocky's ship is made out of. And
Mm-hmm.
you're like, fuck. And it's like, Rocky will die. And just the way they have it all planned out, the way they talk about the ship being made, the way they talk about this, and you're like, holy fuck,
Mm-hmm.
that's actually so fucking smart. Like, you wouldn't have thought of that. And
Yeah,
you wouldn't
one
have
hundred
thought
percent.
of like it slowly killing Rocky that way and shit like that. And it does bring like the morality side of it into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like the tram, like the tram conundrum,
Yeah.
where it's like, do you continue on and don't pull the lever and kill one person, or do you pull the lever and kill five if it means that the one person you save is like a family member, something like that.
No, 100%. I think even even his ship, God, Rocky's ship is so beautiful. Like seeing it is such. I think it's the way they show the extraterrestrial creatures is crucial as well. It's not just a big humanoid looking person. But
No,
you
it's a
still
literal rock creature.
but you still perceive the emotions from them when you see in the last scene. Let's just say more rock creatures. You can see like the enjoyment and the happiness from them. Even though they have no faces and they you cannot perceive the same way as you perceive on a human. But looking at them, looking at how they act, you can tell how happy they are, and I think that is a massive, massive feat.
Sure, like that. It's undoubtedly wholesome. The
Mm-hmm.
ending of the movie, all the little, all the little readings. Oh my god, man! It's so sweet. It's actually just such a nice moment.
Mm-hmm.
And even like, we will be getting the spoilers now, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Heads up in morning. Spoiler time. But when they're at the lighthouse and you see Rocky and you think they're on Earth,
Yeah.
then you look at the sand
Yeah.
and you look at the ocean and shit like that, and then you realize no, they made this world for him to live in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they made it to Earth's atmosphere, and you see him teaching. He finally gets to be a teacher. You know, and you're like, holy fuck, that's so fucking cool. And he doesn't need a translator anymore. He
Yeah.
understands Erudian.
Mm.
Yeah, overall, I just thought it was so fucking nice.
I think that's really important as well, like to have a movie that ends on a nice thing. And now look, I'll be the first to say, most of my favorite movies don't have the happiest ending, but it's still important to have a great movie that does have a happy ending. You know, you go to the cinema and you leave, and you feel good. You know, you're not in the dumps. You're not. It's like you've just seen the Joker and you're leaving and you were just depressed. You know, you were leaving with this like when I discussed the hope at the start of this podcast and talk about the future of movies. That's what you feel when you leave the cinema. You know, you look at humans
Mm,
and you're like, this. Maybe not everything's gonna turn out shit. You know.
yeah, and it's so rare for a movie to not leave us in suspense
Mm-hmm.
and to not expect a second movie and
Yes.
to not expect people to pay to go see the same fucking movie next year
Mm-hmm.
and to not expect this, that, and the other. It wrapped itself up. It was a full circle movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does that mean that there won't be any sequels? Who knows? There possibly could be in like 5, 10 years' time. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Would I want a sequel for this movie? Absolutely not.
No.
I think this movie did perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Well-rounded movie. Great plot. You left like you just ate a nice meal.
Mm-hmm.
You're not too full. You're not too bloated with over information. You're not too tired. You leave happy, satisfied, and ready to take on the rest of the day. Like you feel great. I felt great leaving that cinema.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that in itself is a bit refreshing. Like Dune 1 is a fantastic movie, but it just sets up for Dune 2.
Yeah.
And Dune 2, you know Dune Messiah is coming up, so you're expecting that too. Like it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
give you that satisfied full feeling. Marty Supreme, sure it ends, but you still kind of expected a bit more. He just
Yeah,
walks
I
out of the
think.
hospital.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Chainsaw Man Rose arc, yes, it is a full arc, but they keep the action going until the very end.
And then in the end,
Rose
it's
just
obviously
dies.
it's a sad ending, which is like the point. Because you
Yeah,
leave the movie and you're like, oh my god, how did this happen?
but you still want more. Out of
Yeah.
Project Hail Mary, I don't want any more. I'm
No, no.
perfectly
I,
happy with
I've I've had a full
where it
meal.
ended.
I've had a full
Yep.
meal, and then that's it. You know.
And then the ending with the lighthouse was the dessert. There was the
Mm.
little scoop of ice cream with a cherry on top, you know?
Mm.
So yeah, I think this movie, it really has everything. I think it has everything for everyone as well.
Yeah.
It's not like trying to convince people to go see Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Yeah. No, that's a tough sell.
It's not like trying to convince people to watch fucking Barbie.
Yeah.
It's convincing people to go out and watch a movie which is suitable for all ages. Anybody could get a laugh out of this movie.
Mm.
Any type of person. If you're into action, you can get a laugh out of this movie. You can get enjoyment. If you're into suspense and thriller, like there's points in this movie where you're like, oh fuck,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
oh fuck. If you're into comedy, if you're into like anything,
Mm.
honestly, this movie is perfect. It's completely well rounded. It's a jack of all trades, master of all too.
Yeah. Yeah. There's very few flaws in this movie, but I think we should also touch on a couple because ultimately nothing is ever perfect,
No, no, nothing is ever perfect.
and that's fine.
Now, my main issue for this movie comes from the secondary human character. I forget her name.
Just let's call it the director.
Eva. Eva.
Yeah.
Yeah, her name is Eva. Eva Stra.
Yeah.
So basically, my issue was with Eva is that she just seemed too robotic on screen. I couldn't really get behind her at all. And that's not because like she was portraying a character who was like English as a secondary language.
Well, I mean, it was, but okay.
Well, that is a case, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just, I just thought even the scenes where like she was meant to like she sings "Sign of the Times," and it's just not only is it really bad rendition, it just seemed extremely fake. That's my like one and only complaint with this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the interactions like Ryan Gosling, like Grace has, like other human characters, is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like when, yet again, extremely smart, they make the pitch black box together,
Yeah.
and like they're in the shop and they're like bowling and shit like that, but they
Mm-hmm.
get away with it, and it's like, oh yeah, well I have an expense card, you know, we're the government. Ooh, which one? All of them, you know.
Yeah.
That shit was funny.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, yeah, all the other interactions with humans was great. You know, he goes into the meeting room. It's all the fucking world leaders. He doesn't know what the fuck to do, and one guy is just in the corner like, yeah, I like that. He's like, yeah, I knew you would. You know.
I think. I think you're the only person that's been saying this because I know her performance is really good. I'm not saying she has some standout amazing performance, but there was nothing about her performance or her character that I was unhappy with. You know, for me, if I was to say certain issues that I had, for me, I think the end, while there was no scene that I would remove, I did feel like it dragged because I'm watching and he's going back to Earth and then yes he sees the phage and he goes back to Rocky and then he goes to the home and then he sees the lighthouse. They're all amazing scenes. But I'm not gonna lie, if that I was there in the cinema and I was kind of thinking like, oh, we're still going. Oh, like, oh, we're not over. Okay. And then the next scene I really enjoyed. And then the kind of same happens. So there's like moments in between those scenes where I'm doubting. I'm going, do we need more of this? And then ultimately, we do. I think. But to me, it almost felt like obviously I never read the book, but when you're reading it, he kind of like they reach and he comes to Rocky. I thought he was gonna meet Rocky and like Rocky's dead. His entire ship's destroyed. But
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
but he comes and it's fine. And I was thinking like they kind of resolved it quite quickly. Obviously, I mean, it's not like he's gonna have another half an hour of like chill and like doing this. And maybe in the book it was done the same. But for me, I feel like the ending took a while, and certain parts to me felt like I think we discussed this. Like this could have been two movies.
Oh, this very well could have been. This very well could have been two movies, but I'm glad it wasn't.
Oh no,
And to
no,
be honest, I think like him going off and you thinking the movie's over and it's a false ending. I think that's really fucking good.
no,
I think that's really clever.
I think it's good, but I think there's like another one with the whole like lighthouse thing, which once again it's good, but I'm sitting there and while it's happening, I'm thinking like, do we need more? Like I would have been content with the movie of just ending there, and I do agree that I don't think the additional scenes makes it worse. I think it makes it better, but you have those moments of doubt, and I think at the start, I think the tone of the movie being confusing is not going to help certain viewers. Like I said, it's cool and I praised it, but I'm not going to lie. I was sitting there and I was thinking, this movie is super bizarre, and not bizarre in like an abstract way. Bizarre in I don't know how it wants me to feel. And until Rocky shows up, I just kind of felt like that the entire time.
Yeah, no, I did feel like maybe it's masterful thinking, but it was directionless.
Mm-hmm.
Like it did feel like a directionless film. It felt sort of similar to fucking Chris Pratt's Passengers.
Oh Jesus, yeah, but
That's
that
what I
movie,
got.
yeah, but that movie blows.
Sucked. But you know, like how
Yeah, I know.
that movie
No,
starts.
you're 100% right. You're 100% right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just felt exactly like that. I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, "We're actually watching a Passengers remake." I was like, "I can't
Yeah,
believe
Passengers
this."
is when the space hype nuked. We were created after Passengers. 2016, Passengers killed it all.
Yeah, I think it did.
Yeah.
I think it did. I think Passengers killed space movies.
Mm-hmm.
But then we saw a space resurgence with Black Mirror. Think about the Black Mirror app.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that created the space resurgence. That came out like a year after Dune. Do you mean like the Star Trek one?
Star Trek one, I was thinking of first, but then I also thought about the Jesse app.
Mm-hmm. Because Dune Part 1 was 2021, like that was way after Dune.
That was 2021. No, I was thinking the Star Trek app from Black Mirror. Then I was thinking the Jesse app for Black Mirror as well.
All
But
we're
yeah,
saying
anyway,
is,
back on the passengers.
all we're saying
back
is
on the
space,
passengers.
space is back.
Space is so back right now.
Now, passengers, it does feel extremely directionless, and then your man comes in and he's floating around all in his fishbowl, and he's like, ugh. Like, ah, God, I've seen that movie too many times as well. Like, that's a classic film 4 movie.
It is a classic film 4 movie. Yeah, it is. It's not great. It's just not great at all.
It would have been so good. Everyone always says this. If it was from the opposite perspective, it starts and Jennifer Lawrence gets waken up by this man, and she's like, "What's going on?" It's just from her perspective.
Yeah,
That'd be like a
his
thriller
perspective.
because you're like, Jesus, what's going on with this guy? You know?
Yeah, and then you fucking realize he woke you up.
Yeah.
So he's just killed you.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking mental. And like how do you get back into the pod? How do you get anything?
Yeah.
You're fucked. You're fucked.
Well, yeah, I think Project Hail Mary did feel a bit directions at the start, and maybe that was intentional, maybe that wasn't. But ultimately, I think those are a couple of hindrances, and I think like for a movie, for that to be an issue, that's fine. Do you know what I mean? Like the man of
Sure, if you think about it, we learn more about the story and more about what Project Hail Mary means as Grace does.
yeah.
I think it's kind of genius in a way. The movie feels directionless at the start because he was directionless. He didn't know where the fuck he was or what he was doing.
No, I 100% understand that, but I think as an art form, obviously I respect it, but you know, you do also have to factor in like your enjoyment. You know.
Yeah.
Now I don't think it hinders it, but that once again, there's a fine line you ride between confusion and, like specific confusion. But I think for that to be a small flaw in this movie I think that's a testament to how good it is.
Like, we're nitpicking now, I believe.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We're very much nitpicking. Which, look, we have to do when the movie is as good as this, you know? Like, by all means, folks, I don't think this is a perfect movie.
No.
But I do believe that this is up there with one of the best I've seen. Like, I would say in the last while.
Oh yeah.
In the last while. Like, I don't want to give it exact fucking times and premises and stuff like that. But in the last while. I think since Chainsaw Man. I think this is the best movie I've seen since Chainsaw.
Okay, well, obviously, since Chainsaw Man. We haven't seen anything good since Chainsaw Man. I don't know, I'm joking. No, I know. I mean, like, obviously, I think this is one of the best movies I've seen. Like movies that have come out in the 2020s.
Damn.
Like, come out. Like, obviously, I'm not talking like I saw something old. But, like, if we think of, like, the
Dune
quality...
2.
Well, I'm not saying it's better than Dune 2. I'm saying it's one of the best.
One of the best. Okay, so it'd be in the S tier.
Yeah, like, this is, like, S tier, S minus tier, you know?
Okay.
Like...
I don't think I could put an S tier. I think I could put an S minus.
What the best movie?
Like S tier. S tier, come on.
No, I wouldn't say S. For me, it's not like a Everything Everywhere All at Once, you know?
No, it's not up there. It's not Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's not with Dune 2.
Yeah. I think... What else?
It's not with Chainsaw Man. It's on the same level as Oppenheimer. S minus.
I think it's better. That's tough. It's tough because Oppenheimer is so slow.
Oppenheimer is so slow, but it's so ridiculously good.
Yeah, but I think Oppenheimer, like, you kind of, like, it's just... It's good, but it's also Cillian Murphy pulling the same face for the entire movie.
the confused stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I think... When did Tenet come out? 2020. Is it this better than Tenet?
Yes, it's better than Tenet.
Yeah. Is it better than... Like, it's better than the Avatar movies.
We gave the Avatar, the third one, We gave Avatar 3 the goddamn 9.5.
Yeah, but we also said that's the cinema experience, and we bumped it down to like an 8.5 or a 7 something. Without the
Oh yeah,
cinema.
we did.
Like that's
God,
purely because of
we really thought of everything, huh?
yeah.
Like I'll say for the folks at home, with the sweep, Sinners had on the Oscars. If this movie doesn't win something, I'm calling it a sham.
I mean, I need to see Sinners. It's been too long, and I need to see
It
this
has been
because
too long. It has been too long.
this is I need to get on Sinners because I need to be able to comment on these discussions. I can't just sit here and be like, well, I saw the movies in the last year's Oscars.
Honestly, Sinners is good. I don't think it's fantastic. I think it's a fun movie. It's very much in the same line as this, but it's not as emotional as this movie.
Mhm.
It's not as like on the edge of your seat as this movie. It's not as like what would you say thrilling as this
Yeah.
movie. So I just don't think it's as good. There you go. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think it's time to wrap it up. Overall scores and ratings for this movie.
I think it's a crisp. It's definitely a 9. It's in the 9s. The question
Yeah.
is it a 9.3 or 9.5?
Oh, I
I
think
can't give it higher than 9.5.
no. I think a 9.4. 9.4 is adequate.
Yeah, I think because for me,
I gave
like,
it a 9.5 when we left the cinema.
yeah, no, same. Well, I think I might have said 9.7.
I think nine. No. I think it's this movie to me is this is the gap between S minus and S. I think this is like the
Yeah,
deciding movie.
yeah. If you beat this, then yeah.
If you beat this, then you get to go into S tier, and that's for all of 2020. That's a big ask.
Yeah.
Not a lot of movies will be able to get up to that, but it's not. It's not hitting. It's not H1 material. It is the very top of H2.
Yeah, like yeah, no, 100%. Like it is the benchmark. If you beat this, you're in S tier.
Yeah,
100%.
1000%. Yeah, 9.4. Lock it in at that. Other movies have like we said, Avatar 3, 9.5. But that's for cinema experience.
Yeah.
I'm going just sheer movie alone.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 9.4. If we saw this in the IMAX, that rating could go up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But the problem is, folks, all the movies which are in S tier for us are also IMAX experience movies.
Well,
So
I don't know. I think Chainsaw Man's there. No, that's not IMAX. That's just pure fucking peak.
You don't think that's IMAX? Like, you don't think that you'd benefit from
Oh
seeing
no!
that?
Oh, obviously. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like we saw it as an IMAX. Oh
No. I'm saying IMAX experiences.
Oh yeah.
I said
100%.
if you experience it in IMAX, it's gonna be even fucking better.
Oh yeah. Like I mean, I'm I'm waiting for that day when Interstellar's back in IMAX so I can see it. But like
Yeah.
Inception in IMAX was amazing. Looking at
Tenet IMAX.
Like Tenet is a really good movie. But Tenet in IMAX makes it like a amazing movie.
A masterful.
Yeah.
It is a movie just made for IMAX.
It is.
It's
It
made
literally was the first pure IMAX movie, and there's a reason the audio is so scuffed when you watch it normally.
God, it was so good though. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think with that, folks, 9.4 out of 10. That's Project Hail Mary for you. Check back in with us next week. Maybe you could have Sinners watched. Maybe we'll be talking new bits and pieces.
Yeah.
With that, thanks again for listening. We'll catch you on the next one.